love Halloween. I do, I really do. The candy, the parties, the fun, and it's that holiday just before everything starts to go by this or my parents don't love me. And it also gives me a great excuse to review spooky, scary, gory, fucked up anime. But we're not going to talk about those today. Yeah, I know, you're sad. But we are going to talk about fear and morality. How does that, what? Come on. We're reviewing Death Note. Let's start the intro.
Okay, I know a lot of you already know the story of Death Note, but for those who don't, the story of Death Note is about Light Yagami, a bored young genius who hates all things evil, and thinks the world is completely boring because of it. However, his life is changed completely when the bored Shinigami Ryuk drops the Death Note, a notebook that can kill anybody whose name is written in it, but you have to know their face, and actually there's a whole lot of rules, but they explain that in the series actually way too well. Now naturally, when Light picks up the Death Note, he thinks of it nothing more as a prank and spouts exposition on how stupid and childish it is, until he tries it out for himself.
Okay, we now have confirmation. The suspect has been found dead inside. I repeat, the suspect is now dead.
Dead?
With this realization, Light decides he's going to become a god of a new world and rid the world of all evil based on how he sees it. But not without getting the attention of the Japanese police and the great detective L. This leads to questions, theories, and morality proving on what is right and what is wrong. Kind of. Okay, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack from hardcore Death Note fans, but Death Note isn't as strange or thought-provoking as many of their fans will tell you. Some did get me thinking, but others just felt obvious, but it still managed to keep my attention, and that's also in the part of the animation. Done by Studio Madhouse, which in all honesty is a pretty hit-or-miss studio, did a pretty good job with Death Note. It's not perfect looking all the time, but during intense scenes, the animators are just having a field day, with close-ups and shadows and lighting, and even dramatic potato chip eating.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
And of course, you can't really truly talk about how good Death Note is without bringing up the fantastic voice acting it has.
I have never felt more conflicted on watching an anime in dub or sub. On the one hand, the English dub was handled with amazing care with a mix of veteran and newbie actors, especially with Alessandro Giuliani, God I hope I'm saying that right, as L, giving him a collective, sarcastic, but obsessive detective that is actually really fun and enjoyable.
Although I agreed not to go through with this, I have come to realize that it was not Kira's true intention that I stop. I'm positive that the real Kira would want L to die. There's no way he'd make me stop.
However, on the other side, you have Light, played by Mamoru Miyano, one of the most famous and one of my favorite Japanese voice actors of all time. I touched on this a little in my review of Free, but Mamoru Miyano has really been in a lot of anime, with Light, in my opinion, being one of his best roles. Even during the really not as well done second half, Miyano is just having such a fun time with Light, from being a calm and collected person to being absolutely out of his fucking mind, and I love it. If anything else, it proves his versatility that he can do with a role. Hell, I didn't even know it was Mamoru Miyano until I looked it up. That proves how great of a voice actor he is when I can't even tell it's him.
So, やられた。やられた？エルメ、こんな屈辱が生まれて初めてだ。
So when it comes to watching it dub or sub, it all really just depends on whether you like L or Light, and believe me, this is a huge debate among fans, and I'm not even gonna get into this. And let's face it, they're really the only characters you give a shit about. I mean, when you think about it, outside of L, Light, and the various Shinigami that you meet over time, everyone else is pretty one-note and easily forgettable.
Just couldn't wait for 2 weeks like you said. Actually, I was just on my way to your house when I spotted you.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about her.
Yes, I suppose I was going to have to talk about Misa. I fucking hate her. She's just loud and stupid and annoying and stupid and stupid and stupid! Not to mention, she has like the worst fashion sense. She looks like a groupie from My Chemical Romance in like 2007.
I mean, come on. When is dark clothes, heavy makeup, and stupid looking hair ever an okay? Where'd you get that photo?
But minus that one very annoying character, Death Note is a pretty cool anime. It has intrigue, and it does provoke some people to actually think, if you had the Death Note, what would you do with it? And I highly suggest watching it because, well, it's a classic.
So all in all, Death Note is a great anime to watch if you're feeling up for a classic or a detective miniseries. Its great animation and fantastic voice acting will keep you coming, and there's a reason why it's a classic. And yeah, I suggest it definitely for Halloween if you're not a gore fest person, even though it does have its moments of that. So until next time, I'm the Super... What the hell? Why is... Okay, who dropped my script?
It's your plot device. I had to give it to you even though I really didn't want to.
What do you want? Didn't I... Wait a second, didn't I punch you out of me like in the free review?
Ha, you're an idiot. True fanism never really goes away. Anyway, that's your Death Note.
But it has Celty from Durarara on it.
Well, it's your plot device and you're too lazy to get a real notebook.
Yeah, right. You're telling me if I write down the name of, I don't know, my annoying neighbor upstairs that it's just automatically gonna do that in like a few seconds? Oh. Well. Till next time, I'm the SuperAnimeGirl, and I think I'm gonna keep this for a while.